The stars have showed up, man. I think this is. I don't even know if it's a hot take anymore. I think this is the best World Cup of my lifetime. I can't speak for the ones that came before me, but this has been the most enjoyable World Cup because I haven't had to, especially because Ronaldo stepped up today and kind of added to this. But all the stars, all the big names, everyone that I've wanted to see at this World Cup have absolutely performed. Like even the ones that were dark horses, like Haaland, it was like, can Haaland replicate this with Norway? And against the group of death, he's been nothing short of magical. And now we've got a golden boot race that's I think we have the most goals in a group stage through 2 game days than any other thing. Obviously, there's more teams, but we've got more goals ever. I think that there's been more 2-goal players than ever before.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We're talking about maybe the greatest golden boot run ever, where you've got Messi has 5. He had a hat trick and then 2 goals at the age of 38. You've got Mbappe, who just is scoring for fun in one of the best teams in the world. And then you've got Erling Haaland. I would have liked to have included Kane in this conversation, but he decided to sky a 5-foot miss.
The shamans were working with.
Yeah.
They were working.
Yeah. They're cursing up in the stands.
Yeah.
Dylan, do you think this is because of the new format? Anything different? Like it's the new format. I've seen some things on saying that because of the new format, teams are playing a little more open. There's less sitting back and just trying to get a goal to secure the 3 points. Teams are willing to go for it. And then on top of that, you see Joe Hart talking about the way this ball moves.
The ball. Yeah.
It's a striker's dream for a ball to speed up at the goalkeeper at the last second.
Yeah. I like goals.
I think
Maybe I shouldn't have bought
it. I think a lot of it comes down to those two, but I was wondering if you had anything else.
Not a rebuttal to it. I think it's absolutely because of the expanded format, but I think that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Right? Like the idea that every team has a chance to essentially make that round if you win 1 game is really cool. And the fact that it hasn't been extended into this point is kind of crazy to think about. The game's been big enough for a long enough time for that to be the case. And I think there was the question that they weren't going to do this, and now I think it just has been validated through this group stage.
The teams benefiting from it are showing themselves with class too. Exactly. Obviously, there's been a few teams who have disappointed but for the most part, these teams that we've never heard of, we talked about it at the beginning, right?
Yeah,
Curacao and all these other teams out of nowhere are putting together performances, picking up points, and I think that's great for the game. Like you said, it's been big enough for a long time to be able to accommodate, and I think so far so good.
Yeah. I think Joe Hart's statement about the ball speeding up. I think the statement about the 48 team. I made a video about how the sport should be and how there's 2 versions of the sport. No offense to Arsenal, but you got the Arsenals, you got the PSGs. Yeah. Everyone would prefer the football pundits prefer the Arsenals because it's beautiful, it's tactical, it's how you win the game. But millions, even billions of people prefer the PSGs, and I think we're seeing that the new rules, quitting time wasting, the new rules, faking an injury, and you have to be out for a minute. The 48 team with smaller nations coming in, it just makes for such an enjoyable viewing experience, and is truly growing the game. Because, bro, like we all play soccer, we all play football, dreaming of scoring a bicycle kick, scoring goals, having super fun, passionate games, not time wasting, not the kind of the Harambal style game of play. We dream of doing things that our GOATs would do. That's why Messi and Ronaldo are the GOATs, because they make the game enjoyable to watch, and as simple as that. And I think this World Cup has really put an emphasis on that, making the World Cup fun to watch and really growing the game in the US. And post World Cup, bro, I'm so excited to see where it's going to be, like how many fans we're going to convert to really watch the sport. And yeah, that's my take. I think it's been an incredible experience for just the whole sport, like the hype around the sport. It's been so good.
Dylan, you flashed that comment. To answer that, in my opinion, the team with the best player will win that game. That's how I see that.
So Bruno in Portugal.
I was thinking Rodrigo de Paul in Argentina.
Yeah, you know what?
Sure.
To be fair, he took that vacation at Inter Miami. I think we're gonna preview that at some point. I think that's where it's heading. Right? It has to do with Is it Colombia has to finish first for that happen, or does
I
Portugal?
don't know. I haven't looked into all that.
Score of the
It'll
game
hurt
right
my
now.
brain. The who will play who. It just
I hope that's
it happened in
everyone's
my
dream.
bracket. So
I was gonna say I think it happened in mine as well. Like that's the thing that everyone wants to see. If it was to happen, I have no idea what a chess match that could be. Because Tim, the thing with Messi winning the Golden Boot, I'm still not convinced with Argentina quite yet. I think they've looked good because Messi's been fucking incredible, but I haven't seen them really play anybody that I think is worth a grain of salt. And for a team that is clearly better than the two teams they played, and they're gonna play Jordan. Like Messi might just win the Golden Boot right here,
Yeah.
but I'm still not. There is an iron sharpening iron where you play a couple of good teams here and you kind of get the bad kinks out of the way and you figure out what really works. Like the fact that Lautaro Martinez is still starting for Argentina.
that's a prank. Don't worry about it.
It might be.
Do you feel the same way about Portugal's competition? I think you could definitely argue that. I think even stronger for Congo and Uzbekistan. They've played even worse teams and struggled versus Argentina's just kind of.
I think they're pretty. I think they're pretty similar, but I think that also that the fact that Portugal went through a little bit of a kink could be a good thing. It also could just prove that they're not what I think they are. It's also possible. I'm really not. Portugal is the one team right now where I just don't know what they are. I don't think I will know what they are until they are either crowned champions or they're inevitably knocked out. That's kind of how I feel. Strikers tournament.
Yeah, no, I mean, I had to check who I had for the Golden Boot, and I'm very happy I didn't try to be edgy. I did pick Mbappe. So far, so good on that front. I mean, for all the problems he's had this season, we still said he's scoring goals, and he's still scoring goals. There's something about him in the World Cup, man, just absolutely ridiculous. He's already at closest record.
I was gonna say I'm gonna make a video about it. He's the greatest World Cup player I have ever seen. I don't have competition for him anymore. He's the greatest World Cup player ever.
My guy's got one World Cup to work with
in a final, and he already tied what was.
You haven't even let him get to that point yet.
He's going to break it. It's crazy. That's why it's so crazy.
What's crazy to me,
a different player.
Yeah, no, he flips the switch because even in that first half against Senegal, you guys know my biases, but he was being shown levels, and it was the same shit at Real Madrid where he's playing up top, but he's not doing anything a striker should be doing. And it was the same sort of thing. The attack didn't look cohesive, and it was like, he's doing it again. He needs to play on the left. They need Mateta or Thuram up top. And then he turned it on. The switch flipped from the second half of Senegal, and then he still kept going. I mean, he's unbelievable in the World Cup. To ever doubt him in this tournament going forward is silly.
Yeah, it's the moments too. Like this, he was the guy, and not the guy for France when he won it, but he was the kid of the tournament, and he scored a goal. I think in the final, if I'm not remembering.
Outside the box.
And then last World Cup, he hat trick in a final, which is unreal. And the only reason France was in that match was because he had a hat trick. I have no words for there is really, it's almost like Jekyll and Hyde with Mbappe compared to like club and country. He's like just an otherworldly star. And Andrew, you're a Madrid fan, so you get kind of both Mbappes. What is your feel on Mbappe? Do you think he wins the Golden Boot in this? Am I way off target with what I'm saying here? Is that way too hot of a take for you to jump on board?
No, I think a big fan. Why I kind of raised my eyebrow a little bit when you say that this is immediately one of your favorite World Cups is Mbappe's performance in that final in 2022 was just that good to me. I remember watching that and being astounded. I was thinking, this is peak pinnacle football. It's going to be tough to top this moment, the feeling of watching that game. That's huge. But he's on pace. And again, Messi's on pace for having a similar, performance. If, the scriptwriters have their way and we end up with a similar final, I wouldn't complain because it's going to be box office. It's like Cody was saying, it's going to be the best striker. Your best player is going to take you the furthest. And that's the test everybody wants to see. Messi versus Mbappe. It's the two biggest right now. Back in the day, everybody was trying to see Messi versus Ronaldo. We never got to see that, but we've been treated with such a great, battle in this Messi and Mbappe dynamic, which is very, very interesting. But again, and to go back to your question of is Kylian Mbappe, does he have a run at the Golden Boot? Absolutely. But I mean, Messi has been making it difficult. So it becomes it's such a fun conversation because it's I feel like I'm in middle school again. It's like, who's the better player, Messi versus Ronaldo? They're both doing so great. It's interesting that one name is lingered. It's Messi with this new star that is Mbappe. So it's just so much fun, and I'm gonna enjoy that Golden Boot race probably as much as the games.
Yeah, it's been incredible. Milo, your dark horse and your favorite striker, because he's ridiculous. I think when we were talking about it early in the year, the reason I had him winning the Ballon d'Or was because I thought he was going to be really good in the World Cup.
If they make it hard, he should win the Ballon d'Or.
He's got a shout. I mean, 2 trophies, depending on how far he takes Norway in their first competition since '94. How good has he been for you?
The heart comes back into it because he looks a different player than he does at City, and he already looks like the best striker in the world to me at City. This is different.
Yeah.
It looks like he took the fucking ankle weights off, and he is rapid right now. So you see the Senegal goalkeeper, it was Mendy at the time, making mistakes because of his press. You see the Iraq goalkeeper making a mistake because of his press. It is unnatural how quick this guy's running at you. And for anyone that hasn't watched it from a goalkeeper's point of view, they have an app for that.
Super scary, bro. It's like a nightmare.
Definitely watch it.
It's
like someone teleporting at you. It's a horror film on 2x speed.
You see the picture of him in that still where he's just like that.
Yeah.
And
again, like this season, he's done a lot to grow as a player. Zlatan doesn't want to give him his credit, but I've never seen Zlatan defending the way that Haaland defends.
Yeah.
So just because he's not creating goals with assists, even though he did do that at one of the top rates in the Premier League this season, he's contributing on all fronts. And for him to do that for a top club like Man City, and then to go do it for his home nation in Norway, to bring a team that didn't even make it for 30, 40 years, to find this success and to start this hot, I think is spectacular. And he has every right to be in Ballon d'Or conversations, but also the fact that Norway can go far in this competition. I think if Odegaard turns it on a little bit, then they're going to be an unstoppable duo, because he may have assisted Haaland, but he was not great in that last game.
It was a good ball, but yeah.
Their defense is defending with heart every play, and they got unlucky, I'd say, in both of the goals for Senegal.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where that weak point is for me and their team. But if the offense is firing on all fronts, then it's going to be so hard to stop them. Not
Haaland in transition. It's Haaland in transition.
I mean, you got Nusa too. Nusa's tearing up everyone.
One of my players to watch, Milo. I'm very familiar.
I think I want to ask you guys a question. Which nation has the best chemistry? For me, top 3, it's US, Argentina, and then maybe Norway.
Yeah,
I think
that's my list.
those are the best chemistry. USA, obviously, their chemistry is absurd right now. And then Argentina, the team plays around Messi. People might not think that's chemistry, but that's chemistry. They're playing for Messi, knowing it's his last dance.
It's
and
dedication.
Norway is absurd. They're there. They feel like they're a little bit. They haven't been at this stage in such a long time, so they're trying to make the most out of it. And the fan base is just incredible as well. So I think those 3 are my top 3. But I want to know what you guys think.
That's more off the field.
Just
Japan,
a quick thing on Norway.
That's the only one. That's the only other one I had.
I didn't think of them. I think Japan's up there as well.
Yeah,
that seems to be the consensus.
Norway having 6 of their players being the sons of players from the last time that they qualified.
I didn't know that. That's huge.
It's insane. These guys are playing not only for family but for their country, and it's not that big of a country, so the whole country is behind them too. Yeah. And you're seeing it at these games. The Viking row is all over everyone's socials. It's all over these cities. So I think, Norway is definitely a part of that. For me, the Messi thing is so crazy because they worship him.
They worship him. They literally
like every single one of these players worships him, and it's amazing that they can all put away their ego and put Messi on a pedestal like that, even though it can be a little weird, but it's also very cool to see that a whole nation can get behind one guy and say, let him take us there.
I was gonna say with that, I mean, it's unbelievable that it's authentic. They genuinely want to do this for him. You see Rodrigo de Paul doing a right mid shift just so he can cover for Messi, and it works, right? Like every time he gets on the ball, he's making things happen. Like that cutback that he scored in the last game for his first goal. I mean, like it's vintage. Like he's about to be 39 years old, and he's just running these games for what 15 total minutes out of the 90. It's unbelievable. And I thought they might be a step back from them. There wasn't much change between their squad from the last time, and they're still looking to try and replace Di Maria, but I honestly think they look better.
Yeah.
And it's still very early in the tournament, but Messi playing like this is going to be very, very hard to stop.
Yeah. When I can't even think about the day Messi retires, because that's going to be a generational fall off for Argentina. They're going to fall off a cliff, man. They will never be the same team.
I was going to mention that. I think people forget he was the most hated man in Argentina for a time. He retired. He gave up on them. He was so tired of how shit they were around him that he was like, I'm done. And he came back and has had maybe the greatest story arc in all of football. It's what's ultimately catapulted him into a conversation that nobody else is going to probably be able to touch. Unless, Dari, there's one player that I think we love more than maybe the average fan through the past 4 years of Homelanderness. Is there any way that Ronaldo now has a shot at this Golden Boot after scoring against Uzbekistan? No, you don't think so? You didn't think
they play Uzbek again?
I'm a no too. I'm a no.
Uzbekistan. We can enjoy it, but let's be realistic here. I don't know.
I'm gonna enjoy every second of it. I'm milking this all the way till what do they play Friday? I'm milking this till Friday.
Against a literal plumber.
Yeah,
but Ronaldo is showing some humility. He's showing some humility and some like.
I appreciate that. Yeah, the way he's playing this tournament shows that he learned a bit from last tournament.
True.
Kind of made himself the laughingstock of the last World Cup.
Yeah.
And it definitely shows that he's learned his lesson from that. He seems like he's playing for the team. He doesn't want the team to play for him, no matter how much all of his fanboys made it seem like that's what he was doing. He's been very selfless. I think him giving the free kick to Nuno Mendes kind of shows that also. It's not something he would have done in the past.
Yeah.
Obviously kind of the bare minimum, but it's
I think he realized I think he realized Nuno Mendes is better than him, so he gave it to Nuno Mendes.
Yeah. Which is not like him.
I disagree. I just want it to be known. I disagree. We will see.
That free kick was hot, Joe Cool.
Sure,
and it's all because of Ronaldo. Nuno Mendes did nothing. It was just Ronaldo giving his aura and passing.
Eli, keep going in there. In chat.
Look, no, that's awesome.
Very Jamie Tart to me is what I'm saying.
Zlatan was like, I thought he never left. I don't know.
Look, he has been gone for a while. He went to Saudi Arabia, and the aura around him has disappeared. And that last World Cup was awful. I'd like to. I'm back. I think that's great from a storyline of like why this World Cup has been so awesome. The fact that Ronaldo went in Houston and did that against Uzbekistan. That's
I'm entertained. I'm entertained. You should enjoy the spectacle. At the end of the day, he's a living legend. He's 41 years old. So it's really, to me, it's just self-inflicted to like put yourself in these conversations and say things such as, my league is tougher than France. Like, you kind of ask for it to a certain extent, but at the end of the day, like he is a living legend. So it's nice to at least be able to appreciate, like, 41 years old, he's still putting them away. Good for him, man.
Yeah, if I was getting paid $1 billion, I'd probably talk nice about the league I came from as well.
Yeah, bro. Come on.
Why are you getting paid for those statements? Literally.
Yeah, that's literally why.
It's the game.
The game is the game. They gave him his trophy. I'm hoping that he gets his World Cup last hurrah. But honestly, just having that moment, just for him to have one more World Cup moment is good enough for me to be a Ronaldo fan and be happy with the send off. Like if they go on and do nothing, I'll be happy with the way that this went. That's crazy for me to say as a Ronaldo fan, but he's 41. I don't expect much more.